Dear friends, good morning. We are in the first day of AgriBusiness Thessaly Summit. I would like to ask for your understanding because the event is streamed online, so I would like to ask for the understanding of those who waited for us. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to AgriBusiness Thessaly Summit 2021 in Trikala, Anandi Resort. And we will deal with the future of the Thessaly plain in the digital era. This year's event takes place in an era where climate change seriously affects our planet's ecosystems, therefore creating issues and challenges on food safety, adequacy, self-sufficiency, and resilience of our agri-food systems, both in Greece and worldwide. Thessaly, one of the most important agri-food sectors of our country, is challenged to implement strategies that are adapted to the challenges that are about to come. And these strategies shall safeguard sustainability of agricultural production and the well-being of local communities. The future of large-scale farming, the irrigation requirements, the restructuring with high-performing crops, energy needs, synergies between production and academia, financing tools are among the items of the agenda of AgriBusiness Thessaly Summit and, as we said, are streamed online in real time. During these 7 sessions, 40 important speakers from all industries and the business sector and the academia, as well as from institutional bodies, will present their proposals regarding the future of Thessaly plain in the digital era. The conference's agenda will be completed with a field visit into facilities of Trikala and Karditsa. Of course, the hot topic is the conditions and terms of this transition of Thessaly to its digitalization. For the agri-food chain, AgriChain is a hub of networking, cooperation, and intersectoral information, and it is addressed to a high-level audience while cooperating with international and regional organizations, such as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, UN Women, the Embassy of the Netherlands, the Ministries of Rural Development and Food, Environment and Energy, Investments, and so on. AgriBusiness organizes local and international events, workshops, and thematic trips in order to transfer know-how on sustainable and profitable agri-food systems, both in Greece and worldwide. Today, we are almost 1.5 months after the 4th conference that took place in Athens on 6th and 7th of October, and it is with great pleasure that a great number of speakers attended this conference as well, and they are also present today in Trikala. Of course, an event such as this one could not be possible without the help of important organizations, businesses that supported this initiative of ours. So, as head of the organizing committee, I would like to express my gratitude to the companies, first of all, that support this event, namely the National Bank as the leading partners, Hellenic Petroleum as leading partner as well, and Kerhel, Corteva, Syngenta, Centaur, Public Power Corporation, Arandi Group, with Olympus, Dubia, Kliafa, Violanda companies, Barilla via the MISCO project, Food Doxes series with Voria beer, Mr. Kostas Tsirilis, who has the Opetra estate and corresponding alcoholic drinks. And definitely this year's organization is honored by the cooperation of the 4 chambers of Thessaly, Chamber of Trikala, and I would like to thank my friend, the chairman of the Chamber of Trikala, who, when he attended another AgriBusiness Forum, made it a target to organize such an event in Trikala. I would also like to thank Mr. Bazdanis from the Chamber of Magnesia, the president of the Chamber of Karditsa, and Sotiris, the chairman of the Chamber of Larissa. So the 4 Thessaly chambers are with us, and they are here representing entrepreneurship of Thessaly. And tomorrow at the 7th session, they will talk about what the business world must take into account and the way to improve our country's agri-food product. At this point, I would like to call Ms. Tatiana Gemelu, who is working at the National Bank of Greece, not just as a leading partner, but as a bank which we know that during the recent years it has started actually helping the agri-food sector. So we have a framework in which we would like to see the National Bank of Greece being a great part. So, Ms. Gemelu, I would like you to address a brief greeting. Thank you. Good morning. We're really glad to be here today and support the efforts of Mr. Balakakis. As National Bank of Greece, we want to hear your proposals. We want to hear the business plans of all partners so as for us to be able to develop all appropriate tools to support these actions. We have our business financing team here. We can listen to your questions and respond. We will be here throughout the event, and we are very happy to support the agribusiness. Thank you.
So, actually, we have shortened the part that has to do with introductory remarks because we wanted to save some time and get to the first chapter as soon as possible. This will allow us to be on time in terms of our agenda. Now, when it comes to conferences that are being held in the regions, we know that there is a problem with the attendance agenda. It's not like, okay, we'll start at 8:30 and at 8:30 sharp, everyone's here. And this is why we have this delay. Let me talk about some practical aspects that have to do with both the speakers of this conference as well as the participants who are joining us physically. So far you have seen that there was a process in order for you to enter the venue. We had to scan your various credentials for the vaccination certificates. And the same applies to the conference passes. We will follow the same process tomorrow morning. The conference participants who join us online are able through the interface to post questions, and the moderators will review and receive those questions, and they will ask them to the panelists. The physically present conference participants have already received the links for Greek and in English, and they can also post their questions online. Now, when it comes to the field visit, we will have the field visit tomorrow. After the end of the conference, we have two field visits. The first is to the winemaking facilities of Thessaly here at Trikala, and we also have another one to Hadzis company at Karditsa. I'm talking about Hadzis Fresh Salads Company. So, by 2 this afternoon, please go to the registration at the back of the room to register for one of the two field visits available. Of course, we'll have a bus that will transfer all conference participants from the venue here to the field visit, and then we will be back at our hotel at 5:30. So please, today by 2 in the afternoon, register for one of the two field visits if you're interested in participating, of course. Now, the last practical tips, and of course those are things that we're going to repeat throughout the conference. I would like to say a few words about the panel's structure. We will have the speakers joining us on stage. The moderator will be on the podium on the stage throughout the panel. And after a short introduction to the speakers, then the moderator will give the floor to the speakers, and then they're going to make the presentation. All speakers can watch the presentation on the monitor in front of us. The audience can watch it from the screen behind me. And what we also see internally, what we see on our internal monitor, is the thing that our online attendants watch. So we have the presenter, the pointer for the slides. Well, we have 10 minutes available for each presentation. We also have a timer set at the beginning of every presentation. So every speaker can keep track of how much time they have left. Now, after the first round of presentations is completed, then we start the Q&A session. The moderator of every panel will have already received and reviewed the questions posted by the audience. I would like to say that all the moderators are highly experienced, and of course they're also going to make their personal interventions and questions. So those questions will be addressed to the speakers, and we believe that the Q&A session is the most constructive part of every chapter. Now, at the end of every chapter, we have a 15-minute break in order for the next panel and also the live streaming can prepare. I want you to imagine that, okay, we might find ourselves in a physical setting, however, we need to stick to the rules and the protocols that are related to live streaming requirements. So, during this 15-minute break, you can enjoy a cup of coffee outside, and all the speakers of the previous session, of the previous chapter, will have to take a photo with their fellow panelists. Okay, this might be the boring part of the day, because those are the things that I'm going to repeat at the beginning of almost every chapter. So, hopefully Vasilis Yayakis has allowed me to see today, because I have my glasses until yesterday. So now I'm able to read and see you today. And just before giving the floor to the first panel, I would like, very briefly, over 2 minutes, to show you what happened in Athens. What was the event that we held early October last month? So, if Mr. Periphenes is ready, are you ready for us? We're going to watch a video. That was all. I hope I gave you a glimpse of what happened in our Athens conference 1.5 months earlier. So we'll have the opportunity to watch it again after the big lunch break. Now, at this point, I would like to invite all the speakers of the first chapter and I'm going to announce them on the basis of their order of appearance to join me on stage. So, Mr. Petros Kokkalis, the EMP, please join us on stage. Mr. Haniotis, Tassos Haniotis, he's a director at DG Agri in the European Commission. Third, we have Dimitris Lianos. He is an assistant managing director of LKN Analysis Ltd. Fourth, Babis Kasemis. He is a professor at the Agricultural University of Athens, former Secretary General of the Ministry of Rural Development. And he's one of the persons who find themselves behind the scenes in the organizing committee, in the scientific committee of the agribusiness, and since 2018, which was the first year we held first agribusiness, he was one of the persons who truly believed in this cause. Now, the moderator of this chapter is, of course, Professor Yorgos Vlongios from the University of Thessaly. He is also director of the Laboratory of Agricultural Economics and Consumer Behavior. So, dear George, the floor is yours.